Welcome, I'm Dr. Janine Bowering, naturopathic doctor, and today I'm sharing with you the 9 best foods to eat when trying to get pregnant. So I've had a lot of questions about fertility issues, and this is focusing on the women in particular, but this is great for the guys as well. Stay tuned right into the end of this video where I'm going to share my absolute favorite, which is the 9th food to help with fertility and to get pregnant. So food number 1 is a variety of organic fruits and vegetables. And ideally your fruits and vegetables are locally grown wherever you live, because this differs depending on what latitude you're at, whether you're closer to the equator or further away like I am here in Canada. That food recommendation changes based on what our body can absorb and utilize and turn into energy. So eating local and in season is the best way to ensure that you are getting all those nutrients that you need for that season, because our body is very much attached to and reacts to the way that nature around us is also reacting based on that season and time of year. Food number 2 is coconut oil, and I love coconut oil because it's very reparative to the gut, especially for leaky gut syndrome. So make sure you check out my episode on leaky gut syndrome if this is something that you think may be a problem for you, and that connection with fertility. When we don't have a healthy gut, unfortunately, we're not getting all that nutrient density from our foods. We can't effectively turn it into energy, and we could have developed some inflammation in the body, which we know again will threaten that good fertility. So getting that inflammation down is important, and coconut oil is a great way to be able to do that and getting those essential fats from the coconut oil. Food number 3 is Brazil nuts, and I love Brazil nuts because they contain selenium, and selenium is that essential mineral that we need to run our thyroid gland, and the thyroid being a major regulator for our metabolism and really important in terms of the way that our hormones work and our body temperature. We also know that body temperature is very much linked to fertility for anybody who's gone through fertility treatments before, and checking when you are more fertile with body temperature, really important. Food number 4 is almonds, and I love almonds. They are a natural source of vitamin E, and again, getting vitamin E from whole food sources is always the best way to do it. You don't want to get synthetic vitamin E in a supplement or a vitamin. The reason being is that it can actually become like a pro-oxidant in the body, so more like a free radical when it's supposed to be an antioxidant. So you have to be really careful with antioxidants, especially vitamin E. And what vitamin E does naturally from food is it helps to create that healthy placenta. So this is important to be able to sustain a healthy pregnancy as well. Food number 5 on my top foods for fertility for women is dried seaweed. And dried seaweed contains iodine naturally from the sea, and this again is really important for our thyroid function. So incorporating a bit of that tasty dried seaweed into the diet is really important for fertility, especially for women. Food number 6 is oysters. Now, oysters are known as a superfood from the ocean, and not only does it contain that iodine as well, but also natural sodium, which is important to run all of our cells appropriately, but also zinc. And zinc we know for men is really important, but also for women and for women's fertility. That's why incorporating oysters into your diet, preferably raw if you can do it, is a great way to be able to ensure that you're getting all of those superfood nutrients, especially those minerals from the ocean, in your daily diet. Food number 7 that I love is olive oil. So again, we want to limit our polyunsaturated fatty acids, so the more inflammatory fats, and we want to incorporate the healthier fats into our diet. So olive oil is fantastic. I especially love Corona Kai olives, which are highest in the antioxidants. So this is really important. It's something that you can look for, and a great way to incorporate more of those essential fats into the diet. Of course, limiting carbohydrates is important. I have other videos all about carbohydrates and how they can sort of offset your leptin and your hormones, and overdoing it with too many carbohydrates is not advisable, but getting more of these essential fats into the diet is very anti-inflammatory. Preferably an organic olive oil would be the best. Food number 8 is sauerkraut. So sauerkraut and yogurt, so fermented foods, help our healthy microbiome, and having that proper diversity of those gut bugs is really, really important to ensure that we have proper digestion, but also our immune system is very much reliant on having that healthy microbiome and that diversity of those good bugs in there. So getting that healthy microbiome is essential for fertility, and do everything that you can to have that proper digestion. And my favorite food number 9 on the list is cold water fish. But the caveat here is that it has to be small fish, and you have to be careful a little bit with having too much of it. The reason being is that because of the toxicity of fish, and sometimes going to a DHA supplement. So I love the DHA because DHA is something that our body as humans does not produce. It needs to be supplied from the outside. And the cold water fish, again, if they're non-toxic, so we're talking mercury, PCBs, dioxins, it's important to incorporate a little bit of these into the diet. But when we're worried about toxicity, and maybe we've got other toxicity issues in our body in terms of heavy metal toxicity, then you want to limit the consumption of fish, and going to a DHA supplement may be the best way to get in that important omega-3, which is important for our brain and spinal cord. But more importantly, when we do conceive and we have that little baby growing inside, to ensure that they have proper brain development and nervous system development, and it's all dependent on that DHA. DHA is also really important to be able to convert that sunlight energy into that electrical current in our cells, and this is for all of us a super important aspect of our overall health, and ensuring that our electricity that's going through us, we are a battery, that is supported by having enough of that DHA in the diet every single day. So I hope that you learned something new. Please give me a big thumbs up on this video. Be sure to share this video as well with your friends, and especially someone who needs a little bit of extra help and some encouragement in the area of fertility. And if you're looking for new natural information about how to enhance your fertility. Also, if you've got questions or comments or some other tips that I would love to learn from you as well, put those in the comments below. And if you're new here, welcome. Again, this is Dr. Janine talking all about things natural and doing things naturally and helping to enhance your own health. So if you are new, make sure that you're subscribed and you turn on those post notifications by clicking that bell so you always get my newest and latest uploads, which happens every single day. And remember to always take good care of your health and do it naturally. Thanks for joining me.